Welcome back to the arcade. Well, now that we know what the red zone is, let's go ahead and play the games. Now, it's 4 games on the red zone, as we already know. We got Red Baron, we got Battle Zone, we got Battle Zone 2, and we got Omega Race. This video, we're going to focus on Red Baron because the red zone that I have is in a Red Baron cabinet. So we'll start with Red Baron. Now, I've already got a video showing gameplay of the original board in this Red Baron. The original board is still in it, but it's not connected right now. I am running the red zone. So, if you want to go back and look at that original board play, and you can compare it to this video, and let me know in the comments if you think there's any major differences between the two boards. Does the red zone pass good enough to be in a dedicated Red Baron? Well, I think it does. The only differences that I have detected so far is maybe a little bit of difference in the machine gun sound. Everything else seems spot on. So anyway, let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and play some Red Zone Red Baron. All right, my arcade, I like to use tokens. I'm set up for either 984 tokens, which is Chuck E. Cheese size, or you can use a regular quarter, US quarter. So put in a credit, and let's get started. Let's play some Red Baron. So far, so good. Whoa, gotta watch them mountains. Those mountains will kind of creep up in front of you. Now, I've said this before, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, let me know what you think. The secret to Red Baron is not only to avoid the machine gun fire and the fire coming at you, but use your machine gun wisely, because if you use continuous machine gun, the machine guns will overheat, and you have to wait for them to cool down, and by that time the planes can get behind you and do you in. If you have any other tips about any strategies for Red Baron, I mean, it's not a complex game. It's pretty simple, and a lot of people would say it's repetitive, but a lot of games are like that. I better be paying attention to what I'm doing here. Okay. Well, it's not my best score, but we'll put my score on here. Okay, let me get another token. All right, here we go again. Just give the machine gun burst and see where your tracers are going. You can see where the bullets, we call them tracers because you can actually see the direction they're going. So, just kind of look at where your tracers are going, or the bullets. and make adjustments in the control joystick. And you can also try to avoid that fire coming at you, but that's sometimes difficult to do. But nevertheless, I find this a fun game. Like I said in my other video, this is one of my favorite games back in the day when I used to go to the local arcade, the Nautilus, in Newmarket North Mall. This was probably the first machine I would look for when I went into the arcade. And I was very disappointed the day I walked in there and the machine was gone. So I'm very happy to finally have one in my collection. And the Red Zone just gives it more flexibility, gives it a bonus, because I've been trying to find for years a battle zone, and they've either been, I've been a day late and $1 short, if you know what I mean, or they've been too far away, cost too much to have them shipped. So yeah, I just haven't been able to locate one. And being short on room, I don't have a very big room here, this makes sense. All right, let's play another game. All right, here we go. Basically, the object of this game is a one-player game, of course. So you basically, when you play it, you're just trying for the high score. And that's what's nice about the Red Zone. Of course, the original board saves the top 3 high scores, and the Red Zone does too. At first, we had a little problem with the high score saving, but now it works fine. There's one little glitch that I'll bring up. I have to do a little more testing, but I think that since I have this set on Red Baron, if I'm on Red Baron and I go into the setup still erases the last high score. So if you go into the setup 3 consecutive times, I believe it erases even your top high score. If you've noticed, the top high score on here right now is not my top high score that was in my last video. Because I upgraded the program. My last video was upgrading the Red Zone, and I did a few minor changes in the setup, and I happened to notice that my high score was erased. But that's no big deal. Once you get your preferences set, you don't really need to go in there. Maybe it's a handy feature where if you want to reset your high scores, you can use it to reset your high scores very easily. So maybe that's a good thing, or maybe it's something they might want to work on in another update. But I'm happily satisfied if they never change that particular feature, but hey, you never know. Got me. All right. Like I say, I really love this game. And back in when this was new, you didn't have anything comparable to it. I mean, even home computers were they didn't have stuff on this level. Now they got, of course, pretty realistic flight simulators on computers and standalone flight simulators and whatever, but for back in the day, 1980, 81, this was pretty advanced. And I still love it today. Here it is, 2022, and I still get a kick out of playing it. I ran into the mountain. See, I was talking and wasn't looking at what I was doing. All right. Alrighty. Alright. Let's put another game on there. I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage too. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I'm getting a screenshot with a action camera, sort of a GoPro knockoff here, and I got a boom set out in front of the screen, so I'm having to kind of look underneath it to play the game. That's why I'm sitting in the on a stool here and kind of peeking underneath the arm of the camera, which might impede a little bit. But like I say, I'm not the greatest player, but you don't have to be a great player to enjoy playing a game. You know, some people might say, oh, I don't like this game because I'm no good at it. Well, keep on playing it and you might get good at it. I could play this for hours and hours. However, I don't think you would like to see me playing it for hours and hours. Whoops. So maybe from time to time, I'll fire this up and we'll have see if I can beat my high score, but I need more practice. I did fix my joystick problem. If you remember in the video before the last one, the Red Zone video, I had a problem with my joystick and I had to make a modification to the mount. Well, it was working fine, but I got to thinking something ain't right. So I did investigate it, opened up the control panel and went back in and took the pot out. And sure enough, the pot, even though it was a new pot when I rebuilt the joystick, was off center. The pot was bad. I mean, the pot works, the pot was good, but if you look at one of these pots, the pot has a flat spot on it. So it's not like you can set the center anywhere you want to. The pot has to be even on both sides of the wiper. Well, this pot isn't. In order to get a reading from the center pot to each leg of the pot, that wiper on the joystick has to be a little bit off center, and that's what the problem was. So I took one of my original pots, seemed like it was still good, so I went ahead and installed it and was able to put the pot back in its original position on the joystick, and everything works fine. So if you're having joystick problems like I was having, yeah, you can modify the housing and actually move the pot to calibrate it, but check your pots before you put them in, even if they're brand new, because you can get a bad one. Even a brand new one can be bad. Okay, well, I think I'm going to cut this video short right here. Like I say, gameplay is gameplay, but I wanted to get a little gameplay of the Red Baron on the Red Zone, and let me know in the comments what you think. Does it play exactly like the original? Or do you have any, do you think there's any major differences? I personally don't. I've even got used to the sound to where I don't even notice the sound. But I believe it is a little bit difference in the sound, but it's not a game breaker for me. So anyway, all right, that's it for this video. The next, we'll probably do Battlezone, and then we'll do a gameplay of Battlezone 2, and then we'll do a Mega Race. So until then, it's just been another Arcade Fix gameplay. Have you had your arcade fix today?